Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Ironman progress video. So in this video, I'm going to be working towards my main goal at the moment, and yeah, my main goal is Ascension Crossbows, but one thing I really want to get done before I get Ascension Crossbows is train my prayer up. So one thing that I'm doing to help that is I'm going to build my Gilded Altar. Very expensive, costs a little bit over $1 million, but I do get a lot of Dragon Bones in my bank from QBD. Who knows, I might camp Frost someday far off in the future when I get a pack yak. So this is going to be really helpful in order to use those. So I built my Gilded Altar, my 2 torches here. I guess it only costs 2 steel bars for both torches. That's a little bit weird. And we have this thing ready to go. So whenever I need to train prayer, I now have my house in the Elf City as well. It's a really quick run to the bank. Just pop in here, use my Dragon Bones, and every single time I do some QBD, this is going to be really handy to have this altar just for a bit of extra prayer XP. But the main thing that I'm planning to train my prayer on is the Elf City cleansing stones in the Heffen Monastery. And that's going to cost a lot of gold. So it's going to be a mixture of using Dragon Bones from QBD and buying the cleansing stones. But I'll only do that when the Voice of Saren is on the Heffen. Okay, so it's almost time for the first prayer level on the new Gilded Altar, and I did get the right incense burners in, so if you're about to type, no, those are the wrong incense burners, I got it. It's cool. I figured that out fairly quickly, but this is 82 prayer, so I still have 13 levels to go, and unfortunately those levels are a very large amount of XP until I reach Turmoil status, but that's kind of a long-term plan, and it's going to take a really long time to get all the GP to make it to 95 prayer, but we're working on it, and getting these bones from QBD certainly helps. 250k XP to go to the next level. Man, that's going to take a while. Time for another milestone on this account, something I've never reached before. I'm at 999k cash. I'm going to alch this Earth Battle Staff, and we're at green cash for the first time. 10 mil. I have Spiritual Mages at the moment. Really good task for profit. And one thing I'm going to start doing with this money is I'm going to, when the Voice of Saren is on Heffen, I'm going to start going to the Heffen Monastery, and then Slay when the Voice of Saren isn't on Heffen, and hopefully I will be able to farm enough cash from Slayer to at least do a couple hours of Heffen Monastery every day, and over the period of a couple weeks should get up to 95 prayer. Sweet! I'm done with Broken Home for a second time. Didn't eat any food. I believe you can eat 1 to complete all the challenges, but I'm all done. Only took me 25 minutes as well. It's faster than when I did this on my main account, so I guess I'm doing a little bit better. And what I can do now is I can do part of Broken Home once a week. I can essentially start the quest at the very last checkpoint every single week, and then I will get a large XP lamp for doing that, and I've heard it only takes like 2 minutes, so that's going to be great. I can rub this huge XP lamp. I'm going to put that in Herblore, and that's 38k XP, and I can come back here once a week and get 38k XP in Herblore. It's awesome, and as well as getting one of the best rings in the game, the best, depending on your situation, but definitely a very good ring that I can wear at 85 defense as well. So, good to just get this over with, and I'll be back. And we got another Slayer level 91, which means only 4 more levels to go until Ganos and Ascension bosses, and yet again, I am going to get 95 Slayer. I'm not going to Wild Pied to do either of those things. But that's pretty awesome, getting 91 Slayer. It does mean I unlock a new creature as well. I can kill mutated Jinko males, so anytime I get a Jinko task, it's going to be slightly better XP and better drops. So that's awesome, and I'm going to finish off this Celery Dragons task, and it takes a really long time. I'm not sure how many are left, because I forgot my Enchanted Gem. I'm doing my first ever Dark Beast task here. I've been considering possibly even camping these monsters a little bit when I'm not on Slayer task, and we get a range level 92. You know what that means? Not only is it tied for my highest skill now, I do love ranging stuff, it's pretty awesome with this royal crossbow and all, but I'm also halfway to 99 for dungeoneering as well as range. Which will be the first 99? I have no idea yet. But the good thing about these Dark Beasts is they drop a ton of adamantite ore. I don't have a lot right now, but they do drop it, take my word for it, and a lot of coin drops and a lot of rune items as well. From my testing, it's about 1.5 mil cash per hour, which I really need in order to do Elf City Prayer, as well as a good amount of adamantite ore, which is very nice for Artisan's Workshop, and I need to get that smithing up, so this is one of the monsters I'm kind of considering maybe camping in the future just for their drops. What is this? Not bad. Abyssal Wand? I'll take it. Hopefully I get an orb eventually, but if so, those are some tier 75 non-degradable magical weapons, and then I can use them for Slayer, and I don't have to pay to recharge the Chaotic Staff. Halfway to Dual Abyssal, I will take it. And while I'm remembering just showing my Slayer creatures tab, it took me 963 Abyssal Demons to get that. I know people will want me to occasionally show this off, so I'll try to remember, but this is what I got so far. The only monsters over 1,000 are gargoyles, bloodvelds, and aberrant specters. Abyssal demons, however, are extremely close. And yeah, this is about it so far. Oh my goodness. It took so long, but guess what finally happened? Hexcrest on the ground. That's beautiful. And you know what this means? It means I can stop using Kurdo as a Slayer Master. I can finally move on to Morvain. I'm going to finish off this last task, just so I don't have to waste points skipping it. But I have a Hexcrest, so I can now make my full Slayer Helm. This is why I've stuck through Kurdo, through thick and thin, and it finally paid off. Yes! So I ended up doing the Fate of the Gods quest as well. One thing that's really nice about the Fate of the Gods quest is you get just so much XP from this. It's amazing. Also, the Shard of Zaros, of course, is very, very handy for God War's Dungeon, especially because I didn't have any Bandos items, and I don't have any good Armadillo items as well for going to God Wars. So that's going to be nice, and also you get a lot of XP from this quest, just so much. And then you can go hunt the, I believe, 4 Divine Memories for 50k Divination XP each, so I went and did that too, and that helped out quite a bit. Good to finally get that quest done, though. It's time to get a pretty monumental level, I would think, and my Herblore tab is starting to look really nice, by the way. I have just a ton of potions, and I've been working on making some anti-fire potions because I want to have a good stock of super anti-fires. I got a ton of Lantidimes from QBD, and now we finally get 85 Herblore, which means I no longer have to raise my Herblore level using boosts in order to make super anti-fires, which is just really nice. It means I don't have to go get the God Binders, I don't have to worry about stews anymore. And in my bank currently, I had about 500 Lantidimes, and I'm going to make about 550 super anti-fire potions, obviously with the help of the Scroll of Cleansing, but I got all my Phoenix Feathers ready, all my Dragon Scale Dust, and anti-fires, so let's do this. And by the time I'm done here, I should have about 10,000 minutes worth of super anti-fire, so I won't have to worry about making any more for a very long time. Oh cool, and while I was doing Herblore, one of my friends just got a King Black Dragon Scale drop. Good for him. Okay, we got a pretty cool drop here. Missed the golden beam because the recorder took 25 years to open, but I got myself a Crestbot, and I don't know how useful that is, but it's a pet. It's the first pet I've ever had on this account. It would be cool to get a boss pet one day, but for now, I got a Crestbot. Pretty snazzy. Wow, the drops are real during this task. I got 2 hard clue scrolls a couple kills apart, and then another Abyssal Wand. So I have 2 Abyssal Wands now. I really wish that was an orb, but you know what? It's fine. We'll get an Abyssal Orb eventually one of these days, and I just had 1 kill left in the task as well when I get this wand. Alright, well, it's not really useful for anything. I don't think it alks for a whole lot either. Yeah, 90k alk. I'm not going to alk that, though. It is something special. Oh, nice. Just got the first drop from Celestial Dragons. I was kind of hoping for a Dragon Rider piece. Well, I guess technically the second drop if you want to count this Elite Clue Scroll, and I am going to do it. Haven't done a Clue Scroll on this account yet, so hopefully that turns out well. But a Visage, unfortunately, it only alks for like 600k or 450k, not much. But once I get 90 smithing, which won't happen anytime soon, but it'll happen eventually, I can alk it as a DFS for 1.2 mil. So that'll be nice, but it's not something I can use for a long time. Okay, we're about to get a pretty cool level here, and I am just AFK in Dark Beast at the moment because it's really, really easy. Essentially what you do is you just come to this area, and they don't stay aggressive for very long, only about 10 minutes, and they take a while to attack you even if they are aggressive. 85 defense, by the way. Awesome. It means I can now wear those pair of gloves that I got. I'm forgetting the name of them right now. Tracking gloves, that's what it is. As well as my Asylum Surgeon's ring. I'll have to go to the bank to grab those at some point. But that's going to help a little bit in terms of doing damage. But essentially what you do is you just attack one, and then you use the Ricochet ability. And then you look back like once a minute and use the Ricochet ability again. And the reason why I'm doing these is 2 reasons. Adior and GP. I really, really need both of those things quite badly, and Dark Beast drop a decent amount of it. So while I'm doing other things, and video editing and stuff like that, I can just AFK Dark Beast, and it's pretty nice. I just wanted to show off really quickly how I make all of my money so that I can afford prayer, and this is pretty much what I do. I just save up supplies from Slayer. Of course, I alk all the rune items during Slayer, but I have lots of dragon hide items. I have dragonstone bracelets, which I crafted from dragonstones I got from drops. Onyx bolts, which I got the tips from QBD and then put them onto rune bolts. All this sort of stuff, and I alk it, and then every single rune drop I get during Slayer, I alk that as well. And it all adds up to a ton of money if you really try to prioritize money through Slayer. So I haven't had to camp anything, and I've been able to get all the money that I need, just making sure I alk as much as possible, and got up to a nice cash stack there as well. Time to do my first ever clue scroll. I do have an elite casket here. We're going to open it up here on the Ironman, of course. This isn't the first time I've ever done an elite. just to see what we get. And we're gonna get, well, I got hit by the poison, but yew seed and a palm tree seed, which are both very useful. 40 mahogany planks, which are also really useful, and biscuits, which are not. So not that great of a clue monetarily wise, but I can't sell this stuff anyway, and I got some good stuff out of it. I'll probably do elites when I get them because they're not that common from Slayer anyway. Okay, time to do a pretty cool level here. I've been hunting for a while, didn't particularly enjoy it, but we're going to get 77 hunter through doing this, and that means I can now box trap Grenwalls, and there is a larger plan involved here. I'm working towards a little miniature goal, but the first step was to get 77 hunter, and then if you see in my inventory here, I have about 1.1 Grenwall quota tickets, which is over 1 million hunter XP if I catch all of those Grenwalls. The only problem is Grenwalls require Poya meat to catch, or you can alternatively, this is the route that I'm going to take personally, go to the Tacit, and if you get the rewards from the medium plants, or the medium tasks in the elf lands, then you are able to hunt Grenwalls without needing the meat required. So I have the requirements for all these. This one, it says I don't have the requirements, but I just need to claim the rewards from the easy task first, and then I can do this one. So I'm going to go try to get these elf tasks out of the way. Should get some XP from it as well. And then I'll be able to hunt Grenwalls and get myself up to like 81 or 82 hunter from these tickets. Okay, so we should be done with the easy elf task now, so I can talk to the elf tracker and get my first reward, and then I needed to grab this reward to finish off the medium task, which is why I had to do the easy ones first. Makes sense, they go in chronological order and all. So we're going to put this into Herblore, a nice 10k XP, not too bad, and then I can now I can teleport with my Tyrannoan Quiver, which is going to save me some charges on these teleport seeds, and I can now do the medium tasks. And now it's time to claim the medium rewards from Gwir here, which is going to be awesome because the medium rewards mean I no longer need bait for Grenwalls. So all those amazing Grenwall tickets I showed you earlier, I can now use to trap Grenwalls, and I don't need any Poya meat. So 30k Herblore XP, that's really nice. That's going to help a lot. And it's time to start on the hunter grind with this Tyrannoan Quiver too. I'm finally making some Juju pots. I've been working on this pretty much an entire day, getting all the stuff required to make not only the Juju farmings, but also some other Juju pots. But the farmings is the first one that I'm making, so this gives you the ability to potentially harvest an extra herb when you're picking from a patch, about a 33% chance. So these are going to be super useful. And I also got the Greater Green Fingers ore, which gives me a 5% chance on top of that for double herbs from a patch. So I should be able to get a lot of nice things with these potions, and they'll be very handy. Okay, it's time to get another pretty big level. I've been hunting these Grenwalls, and by the way, this is insane XP. I'm getting level 80 hunter here, so I can now lay 5 traps, which is going to make this even better XP if it wasn't already enough. But using an Arctic Bear, and I have been using them, my latest Arctic Bear just died a couple minutes ago, and I wanted to finish off this level, I found is about 265k hunter XP per hour. Yeah, that's not a lie, that's actually how much I'm getting. It does help to have this 5% bonus XP stick as well, but overall this is just really good hunter XP, and I'm just gonna continue doing it till 81, I think, so I can catch the Gajadinkos, but it shouldn't take hardly any time at all, less than an hour to get 81 hunter. And it's time for another pretty monumental level. We're gonna use this stone and we get a level up, and this one is gonna be level 90 prayer. It's not quite the soul split, but we're getting very close. I could use a demon horn if I ever want to buy one of those, but one of the main things that this unlocks is another adventure in ports. I can now find the missionary, so I now have 3 adventures in ports: the Slayer one, the Exile, which is the Dungeonarian, and the Missionary, which is the prayer. I don't remember the name of the Slayer adventure in ports, unfortunately, but I'm sure he's a nice guy. But anyway, that's going to be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. My goal in the next one is going to be to get 92 prayer at least, and we'll start to work on getting 95 for Turmoil, but this is a really big goal that I want to get before Ironman PVM comes out. I really want to have 95 prayer before that happens, so I'm going to continue working on the Heaven Monastery whenever the Voice of Saren Heffen is out, and whenever I have enough GP to do it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Farewell.